Hello and welcome. Today is Saturday, January the 18th. This is Paul Sandhu, and today I just wanted to let you know that I have started a radio program on Blog Talk Radio, which is titled Signs of the End Radio. And this program, I'm going to be doing 2 shows a week at the very least, maybe 3 or 4, depending on my schedule. So I wanted to let you all know and ask you to please tune in live if you can, and if not, to download these programs later on and listen to them yourself, and to share them with as many people as you can to spread the word, so to speak. Okay, these programs I'm going to be bringing on guests that are relevant to the subjects that are of interest to me, but also should be of interest to everybody living in this world. Most of my listeners are well aware that this world obviously is going through some dramatic changes, whether it is in the subject of weather, as you can tell, like extreme weather and extreme storms and all these such activity is definitely on the rise. And then we are going through some major economic changes, which of course I speak a lot about on my YouTube channel. And then there are political changes afoot and none of these changes bode well for us. So therefore what we need to do is to inform ourselves first and foremost, and then secondly to share that information with everybody that we can, so we can wake up as many people as possible. If at all we can turn this thing around. Okay, so this is my page on Blog Talk Radio. It's blogtalkradio.com/Deshpal, and then I will put this link in the YouTube. And what I wanted to bring your attention to today is these next over the next 2 weeks, I have these 3 episodes that I have scheduled with some very, very interesting and informative guests that I would like to see everybody tune in and listen to. So on Tuesday, this coming Tuesday, the 21st, at 3 p.m. Eastern, I'm going to do a show on weather warfare. Here it is. This is the link to it. It's Earth Changes and Weather Warfare with Sheila Zielinski, the host of the Weekend Vigilante, and Dr. Tim Ball, who is a very experienced climatologist. Okay, so this is going to be on Tuesday, this coming Tuesday, 21st at 3 p.m. So here's a little blurb about this program. Join me for an exciting and informative 2 hours with hosts of the Weekend Vigilante show featuring Sheila Zielinski and renowned climatologist Dr. Tim Ball. Topics covered will include recent extreme weather, climate changes and earth changes, weather manipulation, and weather warfare. We will be waging war on corruption as per the slogan of the Weekend Vigilantes. Okay, so this is going to be on Tuesday, January 21st at 3 p.m. This is the website of the Weekend Vigilante with Sheila Zielinski. Okay, there's some great programming on this website. Again, these links are going to be in the description, and please click on there and listen to these programs that are very, very informative. This is the website of Dr. Tim Ball, the climatologist, and there is an encyclopedia full of information on here. And again, I would suggest that please go visit his website and download and listen to some of his programs and read his writings, which are quite extensive, I might add, on his website. After that, coming up on next Thursday, is going to be a program which I've titled The Hidden History of America with Visigoth of Think or Be Eaten Radio Part 1. Visigoth is genuinely one of my favorite radio show hosts, probably the favorite. He is a very level-headed, non-sensational, very well spoken and very well researched person. Okay, research is his forte, and he is a foremost expert on real history, not just of the world in general, but also of of America in particular. Okay, so Visigoth, whose website is Think or Be Eaten Radio, and again, like there's a whole wealth of information on here, including a lot of programs that you can listen to. He is going to be joining me, and it'll be part one of a series which is going to be rather lengthy, I'm sure, in which he is going to go back into the history of America right from its very beginnings. All the things that we have been told as to the stories about the founding fathers and how America came into existence, and what is he is going to separate the fact from the fiction. Okay, all these history that we read about in history books, is it necessarily true, or is it a fictionalized version that we have been given? Okay, one of the major themes in George Orwell's 1984 was the rewriting of history by the powers that be. Now, this is a great truth. In 1984, outside of the Bible, is my most favorite book. Okay, because I think it is a factual book, not just fiction. But if you recall, in that department where Winston Smith worked, they were very busy rewriting history, even very recent history. So going back even to 9/11, for example, the history that has been written is very far from the reality, going back to the Gulf of Tonkin and the start of the Vietnam War, and many other things which are, or the Kennedy assassination. These things, the history that is presented by the powers that be, is a complete work of fiction. So is the history of America also, that is taught in schools, that is generally believed by people, is that also fiction? And that is what Visigoth is going to be sharing with us. It is going to be a truly exciting program. Please don't miss it. And that is going to be on Thursday, January the 23rd at 10 a.m. Eastern. Okay, if you can't listen in the mornings, please download it later and listen to it and share it with your friends, family, and whoever you can. And then the following Tuesday, which is on the 28th at 12:30 p.m. Eastern, I will be speaking with Andy Hoffman of Miles Franklin. Okay, Andy is a frequent guest on the SGT Report on YouTube. SGT Report is one of my favorite economic news channels that I listen to on YouTube. And Andy also appears bi-monthly on RBN. That's the Republic Broadcasting Network with John Stadmiller. And Andy is a very astute analyst with decades of experience in his field. He has an uncanny knack of making predictions in regard to the economy that come true much more often than not. Andy will be sharing his economic predictions for 2014 with us. And all of those you in America, Andy is up in Colorado. You don't want to miss this, because this man knows what he is speaking about. He is a very well-spoken person, very knowledgeable, and I'm really excited to have him appear with me on my program again. That'll be on Tuesday, January the 28th at 12:30 p.m. Eastern, and I would urge everyone that can to tune in live. And now, before this is Andy's website on Miles Franklin, and on this here there is you can read Andy's extensive writings. Okay, as you can see, here's Andy Hoffman Archives, and he basically posts something there on a daily basis, and his information is very, very informative and useful for everybody to view and to read and to listen to. Okay, so that is coming up on Tuesday the 28th at 12:30 p.m. Before I go, I want to give you the call-in number, because I would like to make this interactive. If any of you that are tuned in live and would like to call in, the call-in number is 347-637-3695. I'll put this down in the link below, and you can write it down, and it'll be on the link, of course, on the website of Blog Talk Radio, where you can access this program. So that's what I wanted to inform you of, and as I move forward in this, I'm sure there's going to be some very, very exciting shows that are and informative, and also somber and serious, because the subjects that we discuss, they are not just fun and games. They are actually something that is very, very serious and requires action on all our parts. So thank you for listening. This is Paul Sandhu.